All right, what is up, everyone? We are back, and you've made it to course number 19 of playing the #1 course in all 50 states. We are in Colorado. Let's get into it. The elevation's already getting to me. I need my inhaler or something. I'm like, obviously haven't even started, and I'm breathing heavy, so it's gonna be really interesting to play this one. We're at Beaver Ranch today in like Conifer, Colorado, like just southwest of Denver. But everyone says this is like the epitome of mountain golf, and so far I have to believe it based on what I'm seeing right here. I'm super excited to play. I've watched a lot on this course, so we'll see. I like the course knowledge maybe will be there, but as far as like the elevation, like on UDisc, it says you're going up like 44 floors, which is ridiculous. I think the Wyoming was like 2 floors like total, like it was pretty much just flat. So definitely have work cut out. I got drinks on deck, I got snacks on deck, so we're gonna be good for the round. Just a matter of playing well. Before we get started, if you're subscribed to us or this is just the first video you're watching, I want to say thank you. Obviously without you guys, I would not be able to travel and do these and make these videos. So I'm super thankful for you guys. We're gonna get started here. 2 off the top as normal, playing from the long tees. Again, 2 off the top, normal stroke play after that, 1 disc. Let's get into it. All right, I just started a card. We're playing the gold, which is the longest. It's like just under 8,000 feet, which is already long compared to a lot of the courses that I've played. And we have, again, that 44 floor elevation, like up and down. So this is gonna be pretty brutal, especially carrying a bag and the camera stuff. We'll see what happens here. All right, not the normal discs I would start with, but we're playing just under 400 feet up the hill a good ways. It's probably playing 430, I imagine, par 3. I haven't switched my bag to like have understable or more flippy discs. I wish I hadn't lost that sword. That would be so good out here. But so a lot of my stuff is really stable, where being in elevation makes it more stable. So we're gonna go Undertaker and Sidewinder here to start. And I imagine these guys will probably be getting a lot of use today. Oh, I pulled it, but it did turn. Cut back down the hill. All right, that's maybe halfway up the fairway. All right, that shot, but straighter. I think that's good. Yeah. Keep it clean, chip away. I don't expect my score being too low today. All right, if you can't tell, I walked like maybe 250 feet. I'm already breathing hard. It's probably gonna be annoying listening to this the whole time, so I'm gonna apologize in advance. Not far to go, but it does still play a good bit uphill. I think that's deep kick, yes. I think that actually helped me a lot. All right, yeah, honestly, good kick. I think I would've went way deep had I not hit the tree. 3s are good today, for sure. Yeah, it's funny how much disc selection is gonna change today, because like this is only 250 feet up the hill. I'm probably gonna throw distance driver just to make sure I get it there, you know what I mean? Total elevation, or T elevation, right now we're at 8,200 feet, when like 3 days ago I was in Washington at basically sea level. So this is pretty drastic change. But anyways, hole 2, 248, up and to the right. Again, I'm probably gonna throw distance driver just to make sure I get the distance, you know what I mean? All right, I think we're gonna go racer here. I was throwing it really well in Wyoming. If you didn't watch that video, go watch that video. But I was throwing it really well, new to the bag. I'm still looking for a sword replacement, but I'm hoping with the elevation and everything that this is just gonna be like straight to overstable rather than getting like a lot of turn out of it or anything like that, you know what I mean? Also, I'm gonna try, I watched Bedanza's video yesterday as I'm recording this, his KC Wide Open practice round with Gannon. I like the way Gannon throws forehands, and like he just kind of like punches everything, and it's really short motion. So I think I'm gonna try to start doing that, because I've noticed my forehand's kind of slipping a little bit off the tee. Approach game, or like probably like 300 and in, I'm fine, but it's like the power forehands are like a little bit. So we're gonna try to, I mean, if Gannon's doing it, he's probably doing something right, you know what I mean? Okay, that was a good learning point there. I actually didn't hate the way it came out. I feel like it had a lot more like zip, like it came out a little faster than normal. Just pulled it a little bit, that's all that was. We're gonna get up and down here and we're fine. Figuring it out. I think that would have come out had I had the full flight, but I think I put it on a little more anhyzer than I needed to. I'll get up. All right, I actually went a little further than I was anticipating. Not a problem. Oh my gosh. All right, hole 3, 360 par 3. You're basically shooting this straight gap ideally, and then it's sitting just down and to the left, which is scary because we're sitting on the edge of a cliff. So, I mean, the off chance I miss everything, we're all the way back down to the pro shop, like by hole 1. So I think, I don't know, I'm gonna go straight. Part of me wants to just throw a forehand because I know I can hit that gap, but I think I'm just gonna go straight backhand, pitch down hopefully. Maybe I get close, but pitch down hopefully and tap in a 3 on. This would be a fine 3 for me. It's pretty tight. It looks like there's like a sneaky forehand line. Very sneaky though. All right, I think we're gonna go sidewinder here. I just would rather have something turn up the hill and have a longer look down than fade out early and just like fall all the way down the hill, you know what I mean? Get clean. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna ace the blue basket. Okay, that hit short for sure, but that was a really good line. All right, a couple things. One, you're back there because we're sitting like steep hill here. 2 things, decent shot, sure. That didn't turn as much as I thought, which is concerning. I feel like I got a little turn. I think it would have been good, but we are all the way down here. Layup. Pretend that wasn't a run. Granted, had I ran that, the opportunity for a roll away if I missed something is pretty good. So, all things considered, I'll take it. All right, no bogeys yet is always a good thing. Hole 4, 323 up the hill, and it is like tucked, like just sweeping forehand. Probably plays, I would say 350 because you gotta go, if you wanna get to the basket, you gotta go really high and let it crash, but you also really don't have that much airspace. So pretty interesting. There's a Mando you gotta go left of this tree because that's like straight at the basket, which I guess makes sense. So yeah, forehand up, probably take another 3, which I'm totally okay with. Also, I was looking at UDisc. This is a 21 hole layout, which I think is the first 21 hole layout that I've played. So I'm not 100% sure if I'll play the full 21, probably see like after 18 how I'm feeling. If it ends up, if 18 is back by the cars, probably gonna call it there. But if it's not, and like it just makes more sense to like play the holes than skip them and just walk a bunch, I'll play the 3. So there's that to look forward to as well. All right, we're going most stable driver. I'm basically just throwing, like the short pin is dead straight from here up the hill. I'm basically just gonna throw at that, ideally on some hyzer, and just let the disc do its thing. No! Oh, that was it too. Oh my gosh. I actually think this was a good kick. The tree I hit, I think had I missed it, I would be fading down to like the next tee pad. So I think all in all, this is fine. Chip up, I'm gonna go with the orange destroyer. The orange Justice and pitch it up there. I don't wanna go pink because I don't want it to fade too early. I just want something like nice and straight, I guess, with the finish. I think that's short, maybe? Definitely short of the hill that the basket is on, but I don't know how short. All right, this is both a scary and super difficult putt. I think we're technically in circle, Playing uphill, you miss anywhere, it's probably gonna roll back down. So really like the only option is to like lay up to the top or make it. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be a lifesaver today. Holy. Oh, it actually does flatten out. Okay, so if you like airball, you would have been fine. All right, the putting is gonna be my saving grace today. If I'm hitting like that, then we may not get birdies, but we hopefully won't get any bogeys. Hole 5, 335, technically straight off the tee pad. However, there's just a lot you have to miss. Backhand seems like a good play. There is like a forehand side on this left side. It's a little more open, so I actually might try that. I think I'm actually gonna go H3. I don't know. I feel like, should I hit the gap? Destroyer is gonna be way too far because it's not super windy and this hole is relatively flat. So I'm just gonna club down. I mean, honestly, nothing matters if I don't make this gap right here. So that's, you know, number one. Fade. Okay, see, like that is probably pin high. I don't know if I was in the way of that. That was probably pin high. I'm just probably 90 left of the basket. Okay, I think not going distance driver was actually really smart because had I thrown that same thing, like got clean with one of the destroyers, I'd probably be over the hill. So I am pin high, there's absolutely nothing, but part of me, I'm scared to throw the captain's raptor in the elevation because I don't want it to just be like a tilt up here, you know what I mean? And maybe I'm giving the elevation too much credit, so we'll break it out eventually, I guess. But that probably would have got a little more fade and skip and at least been like maybe in the trees or something, because right now this is like, I don't really know as far as making it what I'm supposed to do here. All right, this is gonna be crazy. There's a tree in front, there's one to the right of it that's kind of slanting. I'm gonna go high and try to go to the right of that tree. That's the goal here. Or I'll pull it. Please get clean. Okay, thank you. All right, let's try it with the driver. Okay, that is both cool and like incredibly annoying. All right, if that's not the epitome of player B is better, then I really don't know what is. That's super annoying. Cool though, I guess. All right, I'm a little confused on this one. Hole 6, UDisc says 368, okay? On the sign it says 317. That's a pretty drastic difference. It definitely doesn't look 360, to be honest with you. I'm not entirely sure what to do here. I guess I'll probably play for like a 330 shot and try to find the happy medium maybe. I kind of want to throw this guy again. Also, quick shout out, concrete tee pads. These things are massive. They're like probably pushing 10 feet long. They're probably like 8 feet wide, I'm guessing, 7 or 8 feet wide. They're huge, so pretty nice. We're gonna go this guy again, punch it flat, let it hyzer. Just hope it's the number, really. Please get off that. Oh. Fine kick. Long putt. I definitely think it is playing more 317-ish. Yeah, I definitely do not think this is 360, especially because I'm jump putting, I'm like probably deep circle too, but I didn't throw it. I didn't throw it very far at all. I got knocked down still, but so jump put in, probably another 3. I wanted that on Anheuser. Sit. Yeah. My goal today is to get 1 birdie, just 1. All right, can we all agree on something here? I got a Gatorade from a gas station that I slept at last night. I got one this morning. Can we all just agree? Orange Gatorade, or maybe the yellow, when you're doing any sort of physical activity, is the best. If you're just getting one to drink, blue, purple is your option. If you're sick, red. That's like the only time you drink red Gatorade. I think that's fair. Let me know if you agree or disagree. Those are just my my random feelings there. But hole 7 here, finally have a par 4, 600-foot par 4, way down there. Double Mando, plays down and to the right. Can't see the basket, but you just throw a disc out there, forehand, let it fade, find it from there. Par 4 is good. I just talked about getting a birdie. I think this is a good option. I think for this one, we're gonna go like the middle stability distance driver. I thought about the Rive. I think that's gonna be too understable. I thought about the Orange Destroyer. Those are kind of my go-tos, you know. Probably too stable. I was debating on this with the Racer, but I think the Racer might turn over. So I want something, I'm gonna punch it out flat, maybe a little bit of Anheuser. I don't know if I mentioned double Mando, but there is. Probably let it turn, and then hopefully it has the integrity to fade. I'm hoping this bombs. Do we have OB here? I do not see any OB. Okay, that's good news. All right, so we're just gonna let this one rip then. Racer might have been a good option, actually. All right, I mean, we're down there. All right, I think something with a little more turn definitely was the play. I threw the Racer as a second just to see, and it's like up there past everything because I got that turn out of it. But this honestly isn't bad. We got a little straddle forehand to the basket, par 4, which is good. Got to get just within putting range. The putts are falling today. Get a birdie, and then hopefully no bogeys. Or an eagle. Oh, okay, long putt coming up. All right, distance control is an issue right now. That went, I'm probably circle's edge deep, probably just inside maybe. Probably circle's edge. Kind of a headwindy putt now, so unfortunately this might be another par. Oh, I don't know why I react. Every time I react, it doesn't go in. All right, I feel like this is kind of a signature hole in the course, hole 8. We're playing 445. It's up the hill, well, it's down and then up the hill, slightly to the right. I feel like most people play to the blue basket, just an iconic like straight shot sitting on the hillside, but this one is up and to the right, it looks like. So it's gonna be big forehand. I just realized I'm off the camera. Gonna be big forehand, par 4, which is nice. I'm basically just gonna try to throw forehand and try to make the blue basket and hope that it fades up and I have a look at the gold. I think we're gonna give the Racer the call up here. It probably was the play on the last hole. Go for it now. Holy cow. Be good. Stuck it. Okay, we're about pin high of the blue. I don't know if I threw that too high. You maybe couldn't see that. Oh, that'd be so unfortunate because that was cool. All right, evidently I don't know my left from right. The basket is actually up and to the left, which I just looked at like U-disc again, and that's definitely what it was. So would I have changed what I played? Maybe, but honestly, this is fine. I'm gonna go Captain's Raptor, kind of straddle like the same thing I did on the last hole. It's playing way uphill though. Let's get a birdie. Okay. It disappeared into the bush. If it sat, we're great, I think. I threw it too far. All right, I don't know if you can see me. Somehow this broke through like 90% of it. Fairly easy putt. Let's see if we can make it. Yeah, not bad at all, but still, it definitely did not fall down. Okay, last one on the front 9 here. Hole 9 is 410 feet. You're playing up over the trees. I showed you kind of relative where it's at. So it's gonna be just a big backhand, something flat, maybe a little bit of turn, but something that just fades at the end. Not really a forehand line on this one. I also wanna say, I'm playing this course really fast. I started, oh my gosh, okay, give me a second. I started at 9. It is just now 10, and I'm about to be through the front 9 of the golds. Okay, now give me a second. All right, check it out. I love these guys. They're kind of far away. I think they're just deer, it looks like. They might be like, I don't think they're elk. I think they're just deer, but I could be wrong. They're pretty big, but they're so far away, I can't really see it. Anyways. All right, back to the regularly scheduled programming. Big shot. Backhand, flat, maybe a little bit of turn, but something that finishes. That gets over everything. It might be in business. Okay. Definitely short, but I made it over everything, which was kind of the hard part. Okay, confirmed. I think they're definitely deer, for sure. Getting a closer look. All right, I went Falk instead of Undertaker because I knew it would have like a little more end of flight stability. But I think the Undertaker would have been really good had I thrown it the same way. This honestly isn't bad. Long straddle C2. It's like very makeable. I don't make these a lot, but it is like a makeable putt. Sit, please. No way, it's still going. Wow. All right, this is truly unfortunate. All right, I do not know if the sticks they laid down is out of bounds or if they just did that to try to counteract the rollaway. But of course, my putter found its way up and over. So I'm not gonna play it OB because there was string on another hole that had this and there's no string on this one. So I'm gonna pretend it's not OB. And then I think I'm still getting punished enough. You know, it's probably gonna be a bogey unless I hit this. Oh, the line is so uphill. All right, it's a good thing I got that bogey, I guess, just to kind of cancel out that bogey. But it's funny, I parred the first 7, birdie, bogey, 8 and 9. I feel like I've never done that before, so it's just, I don't know why it's funny to me, but it is. Hole 10, starting on the back 9, 363, par 3. You can see the blue basket right in the middle. The gold is down and to the right more. I think I'm just gonna go flex forehand, kind of like the gap to the right or left, ideally, of the blue pin and let it fade down. I don't see the basket from here. I know where I saw it walking up, but I don't see it now, so I don't know how deep it sits down there, but I'd rather err on the side of not being all the way down the hill. Oh, what a lift. Skip. No way. Okay, that actually might be really good. All right, this is one of those cases, it's fine, but it really where it's so bad it's good. Way too much turn on it. This is just a layup, but way too much turn, but it got like a lift from the left to right that was coming. It got like a lift and just pushed it down here. Plus good tree kick. I do not deserve to be in this spot. Still not incredible, but we're here. A little lofty bid. I'm gonna try, because why not? Okay, never mind. Actually, I think had that faded, maybe been in a little bit of business. But again, threes, I'll take threes all day long. This hole is kind of crazy. Hole 11, 350 feet. However, it plays steep downhill. It's probably playing 200. You know what I mean? Like I'll probably throw some kind of putter, maybe. Straight shot. There's obviously trees to miss on every single hole out here. But this one's a fun one, for sure. All right, I'm gonna try to 200 IQ this hole. Going Berg X on like a flex, like forehand line. I just want something that's not gonna go too far, but still have the shot shape I want. Oh my gosh, okay. I think we were on line to ace the blue basket. I just realized I didn't get out of the way. Probably another layup. That's kind of been the theme of this course. Yeah, I think had I missed this grouping of trees, Loki would have aced the the blue basket. We're gonna go ghoul down, just in this sure grip plastic, pretty sticky. Get a 3 here. I thought this made it a lot further than it did, but it did not. That was pretty bad. Sit. Oh, thank goodness. I don't know if you saw any of that. That was a pretty bad shot. Thank goodness that they put these things here, or else I would have so many rollaways. Oh, low left catch too. All right, you're sitting so far down the hill. Hole, what are we on, 13? I think, hole 12. 332 up the hill and to the right. You can't see it, but they have it on the map. There's basically the blue basket is off to the left. That's kind of the line I want to hit, and then something that fades. I don't know. That hill from 11 to 12, brutal. Parked the short basket. All right, kind of a tough spot here, actually. Again, I'm parked on the short, but unfortunately we're going up past. I'm gonna straddle the basket, forehand up. I'm so tired. Split that. Oh, that's under the basket. Somehow I parked 2 shots on the same hole. It's gotta be a first, right? Thank goodness. All right, I consider myself to be like in pretty good shape. I mean, I don't really work out that much or anything, but I certainly do like a lot of walking, cardio. I'm incredibly tired right now. And we still have 6 to play. So, and it's, again, it seems like everything is uphill, which is whatever. I played downhill most of the way, I guess. Hole 13, it says 315 here. It says like 360 on UDisc. So I'm not 100% sure. You can see the short pin. You're basically going past that and down and to the right. Very similar shot as the last hole, just longer. Based on how my last forehand went, I think I'm just gonna go backhand with like the sidewinder up the hill. I rolled it over trying to go up the hill, which I do a lot, and I'd really not like to do that again because it's super annoying. So backhand up the hill. I don't think I'm gonna get to the basket, but we'll hopefully get a 3. Wow. All right, it's better than I thought. Now sit. Wow, great route. All right, we have 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 5 to play. Hole 14. Oh, 440 par 3. It says par 4 on UDisc. So I don't know what we're gonna do about that. But shooting out this gap, and then it plays down the hill, back to the left, just kind of flat to hyzer play. I guess, I don't know, I might cheat the system here. I guess we'll see how close this drive gets. And if I'm close, you know, and I'm kind of putting even from like circle 2, probably just play it as a par 3. Because I don't know how far downhill it plays. So if I just get to like the top of the hill and I think that's a good shot, I might go ahead and play it as a par 4. I make the rules out here. All right, I've been liking this H3 play. It doesn't quite get the distance I want it to, at least probably on this shot, but I know it's not gonna flip over too much because we kind of have a headwind. But I don't want to throw like a high speed. It's gonna be too stable because it's just like gone forever. You know what I mean? Oh, that was good. I got knocked down by something, I think. All right, we're gonna throw this approach and then make our decision if it's a par 3 or par 4. All right, spirit of the game. We'll make it a par 3. All right, hole 15, 370 feet. It's out and to the right, so you could throw some kind of backhand turnover. I don't know how far the woods like comes into play or if it opens up back there, or you could go maybe like big kind of stalling forehand and get around those trees and have a putt. I'm not 100% what I want to do. I haven't been throwing forehand super well, but the backhand turnover shot's like also not part of my like skill set. So we'll see what happens. All right, we have pretty much a straight headwind and it's gusting now. So I'm gonna go this guy, forehand, out wide, and probably take a 3. I don't know. Or it's gonna be God in the woods. Fall, please. Well, shoot. All right, funny story. I've been looking, no joke. It's 11:15. I've probably been looking for that destroyer for maybe like 20 to 25 minutes. These two old guys that play this course fairly often passed me. I said, hey, I'm just looking for a disc play through. They're like, all right, yeah, no worries. I was like, I think it's right around here. And they're like, hey man, like sometimes they get sneaky, gets all the way through, you check the other side. I'm like, no, I haven't. I take like 2 steps, look at the other side, it's sitting right there. Like we're down the hill, but I found it, like they found it within like 3 minutes, like of them just playing their hole, they found it. So got it back. Shout out those two guys. If you watch this, I'm incredibly thankful for that, because I would have been, granted, I guess I probably would have found it when I went to hole 8, but still I did not think I threw it that far. We're like just short of pin high, which was a better shot than I thought it was. Probably gonna be pitch up, par, but at least I got the disc back. I don't know if you can hear me. I don't think I framed this up right, but we're right around here. Might go in. Oh, just kidding. All right, just as I suspected. All right, this is a golf shot right here. Hole 16, 298, straight down the tunnel. Throw your straightest disc, get down there. This one's fun. I really hope I can execute on this one. Also, positives to losing and then finding that disc. I got a little bit of a break, so I caught my breath. I feel a little bit better now. I don't know if detour's too flippy, but we're gonna try it. Please go in. Oh, that's about 1,000,000 feet deep. Holy cow, I just threw that probably, well, actually depth perception, because I was way wrong on this one. I think that went about 1,000,000 feet deep. I peered the line though, that was cool. I thought it was going in. All right, the sun kind of went away. A little chilly again, hoodie back on. I don't think I've ever pured a line like I did that one. That was so clean. I thought it was going in. Honestly, safe tree kick. That could have just kept going down the hill. But again, we take pars out here. Hole 17, 330, plays out and to the right. But part of me wants to go that detour again. If I could get that same flight with the detour, I think that would be pretty nice, wouldn't it? I mean, come on. Almost aced the blue basket. I feel like this is the first putt I've had that's not just like a drop in quite some time. Honestly, probably circle's edge. That was higher, maybe a touch more turn would have been ideal, but I'll certainly take it. I'm glad I didn't go forehand, because I would have been skipping down that way. Come on. Oh no. I honestly don't think I'm even gonna get that. That rolled probably 150 feet. Are we cool if I give myself a bogey and leave that down there? I'm not going down there to get that. That is so far. I have plenty of putters in the car. I'm not getting that. If you watch this video and you want a beat up link to putt with or throw with, pretty understable. Hole 17, gold basket, roll down the hill, all yours. All right, hole 18. Fortunately for you guys, unfortunately for me, the way I'm feeling right now, we're playing all 21. The parking lot is not close. This is definitely Bill's 421 holes. Hole 21 finishes back by the pro shop, which is fairly close to the parking lot. This is like, you're walking like downhill through no path to try to get back to the parking lot. So we're gonna finish it out, 3 bonus holes, which means that bogey, albeit not good, is not bad, because I have now 4 holes, 18, 19, 20, yeah, 4 holes to get it back. Hole 18, 350. This is pretty much your gap, pretty tight. It's out into the left, so just something flat that hyzers back. Really just gotta hit the gap first. I feel like, do we feed the hot hand or no? You know what I mean? No way. Okay, knocked down short. I'm just glad I didn't get that first initial kick and just shoot down the hill. I think you can maybe just see the basket under the tree. Well, I might be in the way now, but pitch up, get our 3, move on. Again, I say that all the time, It's kind of the theme of this course. A little deep, potentially. All right, hole 19. A little extra innings here, 438. Let me see if it's par 3 or 4. Par 4, so we can get it back. You can kind of see it on this side of the screen, somewhere over there. I'm gonna probably go forehand up, pitch up, take our bogey, cancel out that bogey. Take our birdie, cancel out that bogey. I think I'm gonna try to go rive and maybe get like a little flip up or just a flatter flight potentially. Actually, just like that. Skip in the blue basket. All right, we're really good. I should have played, I'd be like 10 under if I was playing from the blues, to the blues. I think we're just gonna go backhand in actually. Forehand's kind of tight. Played it pretty wide. Oh, no, never mind. That worked out really good. I kind of forgot that was a par 4. We're back even par with holes 20, 21 to play. These kind of just feel like filler holes. Let me see what the last one is. And maybe not. Okay, I lied. That was very arrogant of me to say. Hole 20, 250, sweeping, left to right shot. I'm gonna go Captain's Raptor high. Try to give it enough air time to where it can get over, but not enough that it's gonna hit anything and fall down. That's pretty good. Gonna ace the blue basket. I don't think that's close. We almost aced the blue basket. I should have played the blues today. All right, actually a pretty good shot. In circle, probably 25-ish, I'm guessing. Very makeable putt here. Scary miss, but that's really just with an air ball. Let's go. Gosh dang it. If the putting was not hitting recently, I would probably be having a terrible time out here. All right, now this is it. Hole 21, 450, par 3. Could go backhand, and then it plays up and to the left. I think I'm just gonna try to punch forehand through here on Anheuser to see if it kind of holds. Really just want to get a par and finish under par. I did not think I was gonna shoot under this course. I was expecting to get bodied, but I've been playing pretty well recently, which feels good. I'm ready to get back and actually play some tournaments. But yeah. Good stable now. No. Dang. That was good. Get under the basket. Perfect. Oh. All right, that is it. We're straight back to the van because even after 21, the walk was not short to get back to the parking lot. So I am dead. My legs are dead, absolutely. And I have a lot of driving after this, so that should be quite fun. But no, that was, I've never played like mountain golf before, so I feel like I went straight to the top with it. And like, that was so much fun. There was some holes where it was like, kind of guessing on lines here, but for the most part, it was like, this is the shot. You have multiple options. The elevation is always like, it's tiring for sure, but it's so much fun. But overall, great time. I love Colorado. This is probably, well, after like Oregon, probably tied at the top for like just favorite state in general, landscape wise, probably mostly. But let's get into the ratings. All right, first up is the course name, Beaver Ranch. I'm gonna change my answer, I think, because that's fun, you know what I mean? And it's unique. I'm gonna go 8.6 on the course name. I don't know, again, like I just said, it's not named after the town, the body of water that surrounds it's like, it's a creative, it's a fun name. You hear it, you automatically know this course. You know what I mean? It's very iconic in that sense. All right, next up is the accessibility, and this is where it gets a little interesting. It's open, I think, year round, potentially. I think there's like winter hours, like they usually open at 8, but now they open at 9 because of the winter and the snow and whatever else it may be. It was also $15 to play, which is not bad at all for this course. There's like 83 different baskets out here. There's like a 20 hole, like kind of like little chip and putt thing, like right when you get in, and then all 21 holes have 3 baskets at all times at them. So you have an insane amount of option to play from. I guess that probably would more go towards like the quality of the course, but however, the $15, all that to say, the $15 is definitely worth it. This is a destination course for sure. I think they do annual passes. And like if I lived out here, I could definitely see myself doing that for sure. I guess it depends, you know, depending on like how serious. I'm so tired. I like my mind. There's more blood, like my heart is pumping more blood to the rest of my body than my brain right now. So I'm like having trouble thinking. But I'm going to say 8.0 on the accessibility just because it is 15 and that's pretty relative. That's honestly probably even higher than like higher rating than I normally give courses that are that much money, but the amount of options, I think that's for a day, but so like the amount of options you have for $15, you basically, if you played all 3 layouts, which would be insane in a day, that would come out to like $5 a round, you know what I mean? So plenty of options. I think 8.0 is pretty fair. All right, up next is the quality of the course. It was good. I mean, there's nothing really to say bad about it per se. There were some spots, and granted, you can only do so much with the elevation, where like I'm basically just like sliding down the side of the mountain, you know what I mean? So I think we're gonna hit right in the middle. I gave it an 8.4, which I think is probably pretty fair. Honestly, with all of this, you really have to deal with the snow maybe when that comes, but there's really not a lot of maintaining because there's not a ton of like grass to mow or anything. You're probably just like making sure nothing's fallen over or anything like that, you know what I mean? And then moving on, lastly, my favorite one is the overall enjoyment. I'm going flat out 8.6 on this one. This was a lot of fun. I got bonus golf with the 21 holes regardless, even if it made me like more tired. Love that. You know, I think that's the first course I've played that has extra holes built into the layout. I think you can choose specific layouts that have like this 18 plus whatever extra, but this is just like built into the gold layout. I mean, the elevation definitely affected discs, and like that I guess was kind of fun to see because I already know like my next state is Kansas, which is dead flat, pretty low elevation. There's nothing out there, you know what I mean? So it's gonna be funny to like try to learn the discs again as like I go back to the Midwest where everything's a little bit lower. No, this was a blast. And again, all the ratings are like, this is like mountain golf at its best. And I haven't played any other mountain golf, but I would have to say this probably, I mean, obviously it's very evident that this is the best. Probably you have the most opportunity here. There's probably other courses that maybe be like quote unquote more fun, but it's just the one 18 hole or something like that where you have 80 something baskets to choose from out here. So I think that's it. I need to do the math on the average here. All right, the average comes out to a flat 8.4, which definitely puts it on that higher side, maybe top 5. I don't quite remember. I'll put them all up on the screen so you can see all of them and the course name and the state and the rating and everything. But yeah, that is it. Like I said, we're off to Kansas, and that is actually the last one for this trip. So this was 19, Kansas will be 20, and we'll be 2/5 the way done. 40%, is that right? 40% of the way done. It's unfortunate we had to miss Idaho and Arizona, but that was due to snow and whatever else. So I'll make my way back out here. Honestly, if I come back, I might stop here again and play again, to be honest with you. That's the kind of course this is. But that is it. Again, if you're subscribed to us, I want to thank you so much. Without you guys, I wouldn't be able to do this. If you're watching this video and you're not subscribed, I encourage you to subscribe. We have these 50 state videos coming out every Friday. You can also go back and check the previous ones. I have the playlist like linked below. We have other videos. We do brother battles. We do just different challenge videos, everything like that. So we got it all. Like, comment, subscribe. Those are my to the moon.